Mm. No, where's... Nah. Yeah, baby. That's what we like. Hell yeah. This is that real music. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hello? Am I audible? Okay. Alright. I'm done. I'm done with the Kevin McLeod swag. Alright. Who's ready? Who's ready for model time? Who's ready for model time? Who's ready? Can we get riled up for model time? Can we get riled up for model time? Let's get tweaking. Hold on, let me make sure my volume is up on my mic. My microphone. Huh. Volume slider doesn't seem to change much. I think we're good anyway. Anyway. Did you fix the radar? I did. It took me forever, though, because I had to... Number one, I have so much shit customized on here that I had to re-customize it all, basically. So I had to make the background dark again. I had to change all the highway colors to the way that I had them originally. Bro, I had to add all my... I had to add all the lightning shit back in there. All the surface obs. All the color tables, and I'm still missing my interstate signs, and they won't work, but it's whatever. It's all good. We got it fixed. Just lesson of the day is don't put values over 10,000 in your GR2, or else it'll crash your GR2 gray. Second stream in a row. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The long-awaited return. Seriously. It's so weird that you're back, right? Okay, so I'll go over the ENJYOoe for your area real quick then. Like, you got the storms coming through, so here we go. Here we go, Z's. Alright, so this is tomorrow. You know what, I'll do the full-on Nebraska sector right here. Okay? So, bam, we got the line of storms that'll move throughout the night. It's about to come up and rain on you, and then we'll start to have convection. We'll along the low here, on the arc of the low, we'll start to fire off storms, and the environment ahead of it is pretty supportive for tornadoes. But these storms, they have to take time to grow. You know what I mean? Initially, they probably won't be producing strong tornadoes off the bat. They'll be smaller, more compact, mini supercell kind of things, kind of a cold core thing. Probably going to be producing tornadoes, but the weaker, more photogenic. Luckily, with these kind of say there was a tornado barreling at you tomorrow, it's not going to be invisible. There's going to be plenty ventilation with these storms. Very, very highly photogenic. This would be this is around 4 p.m. I don't like to go exactly with the date, so say around 3 p.m. and then very rapidly move out of your area. The ENJYOoe wants it gone by 5 p.m. So I like to say 3 to 6. Just subtract an hour, add an hour. 3 to 6. But it'll probably be shorter. And then you're pretty much in the all clear. Because once that arc moves through, the environment in the low isn't really supportive for any more tornadoes. Brief showers. Some downpours maybe. But your tornado threat moves off to the east. And then that's when we lose our mind. Which is very good that it's, for our fellow Nebraskans. But it starts to really lose its mind. It uptrended quite a bit. We'll see if they pull the trigger on a moderate risk tonight. I'll be interested to see if they do. But we have obviously uptrended. We have plenty of discrete supercells firing as far south as northeast Oklahoma. And Even the environment for the one in northeast Oklahoma, you can see, is supportive for tornadoes. And then in northern Missouri, it's even more supportive for strong tornadoes. And then as we move out throughout the day, well, we just went way too far ahead. Northern Missouri seems to be quite a focal point in southern Iowa. This environment would get you an intense tornado would be on the table, like EF3 plus. You know, these quite the environment here. That's for tomorrow. If they were to put a moderate risk, I honestly would probably chuck it probably in this zone right here. If I would put a moderate risk, obviously we'd adjust it a little more north, a little more west, a little more south, just to cover room, margin of error, and then they'd probably chuck a 10 hatch pretty far south. But yeah, that's that. And then the day we've been waiting for, Saturday. We have been all waiting for Saturday because of how the high-end potential that it has, okay? Well, I need to chug that water. Whew. But so we have morning convection that fires up, and it goes into our clean, open, warm sector that would be fostering a major tornado outbreak. But the morning convection sits around, and it just sits in the warm sector, and it steals all the energy. And then the warm sector morning convection storms start taking advantage of the environment, and they start producing tornadoes. So your morning storms, your morning convection, just decided that it's going to be the storm. So there's going to be probably some semi-discrete or embedded supercells in the morning convection as it moves off. And this honestly has some strong tornado potential with it. It honestly reminds me of something that I'd see in Dixie, because the lapse rates are really meager. They're really, they're sufficient, but they're not great. But it still has the potential, no doubt about it, to produce strong tornadoes. Especially as we move, in this region with these semi-discrete storms. And then what we have happen here is the dry line does convect. So the warm sector is tainted a little bit to the east, but our morning convection storms seem to have rooted on to some degree. They don't have an upper echelon environment, that would be there if it wasn't for the morning convection stuff, but otherwise the environment is still very much supportive of strong tornadoes. And our dry line does convect. Now the dry line remains sort of untapped. The environment for the dry line remains pretty much the exact same throughout the day, like as expected. Like the dry line is very much primed and ready to go. So very close to the dry line, a very small sliver of area would be primed for intense tornadoes. Intense, depending on how the low-level jet is, potentially violent, like some offices are saying. But it all depends on the morning convection. Now, if there wasn't any morning convection, we would have a whole different scenario. We would have a run that would probably be reminiscent of May 20th, 2019. And the reason I say that is because if you look in the warm sector, we have the dry line storms, but we also have prefrontal confluence bands out in the open warm sector. And you can see that they're firing basically pop-up storms or mini supercells. If this warm sector wasn't tainted, each one of these blips would be individual supercells that would be firing and ready to go. But since the warm sector is tainted, essentially, your lapse rates are, again, sufficient, but especially for the plains. This would work in Dixie, but I don't know how well it's going to fare in the plains. You still have enough instability. And your wind shear is fantastic, but your storms are going to have a problem growing robust. And said there's not many. Yeah, fortunately, Gray, you are right. It's kind of rural out here, especially as you move east of Omaha. It's probably the only thing out there until you get to like Des Moines. There's obviously bigger towns scattered throughout, or smaller towns scattered throughout, but, pretty rural. We're traversing in pretty rural areas, which is good. Which is good. We used to be a free country, all right. But yeah, the strong tornado threat is very much on. That hasn't changed anything. There's still going to be a strong tornado threat. We're still going to see several tornadoes on Saturday, and probably a few strong ones, possibly an intense one. But the morning convection is gross, and it's really gross. But you can see, even with the morning convection, we still fire off quite a few supercells that are robust, get UH tracks going. And there's some storms up here. You can see this. There's supercells up here. There's one like coring Omaha, right? But if we take a sounding from the area, these storms are pretty much elevated and will not produce tornadoes. No matter what the possible hazard type is screaming, this profile is kind of poop. Low-level wind shear is gross. You're not going to get... That's gross. We have tons of convective inhibition. You know, these storms are pretty much elevated up here. You can see that stable layer. More of a hail thing, yeah. Hail thing. You could have like a supercell pass through, but it would be an elevated supercell. It would be like physically impossible for it to produce. It would be strictly a wind hail thing. So I mean, hail's not fun, but you know, it's not a tornado. You know. I just chugged this water, dude. That is the best water I've ever had in my life. Yeah, you probably should. How can you tell if a supercell is elevated? Well, it's easy when you can just look at it. Hold on, I need to get some aloe vera because I just got out of the shower and I don't want to be dry. I think my face is kind of dry. I got that post-shower dryness, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so you can tell on surface obs, like if a supercell is north of a warm front, you're not. It's elevated pretty much. There's no surface-based instability. If a storm is elevated, then that means that it's basically formed you know what? I'm going to get the drawing board out. Hold on. Let me just get the aloe vera on my face so I don't have, like, slimy aloe vera hands when I touch my computer. There was another explosion. What is happening in Arizona? What is happening in your neighborhood? What is happening in your neighborhood? Anyway, so basically, this is my best explanation. So, yeah, we'll have two different things here. Okay, we'll have two grounds. Okay, the ground here, it's been hot all day, dude. We got the sun, right, and it's sizzling. It's warm. You got all that warm air. You got all that instability. You know what I'm saying? It's all juicy. It's in the warm sector. You got plenty of you got like 60s dew points, right? I mean, it's beefing up, right? So your storm's gonna pop up, whatever. Okay, that is horrible. But you need to you need to just appreciate the magic here, okay? So your storm's gonna pop up, but it's gonna be surface based. There's instability at the surface for this thing to eat up, right? And it's gonna that's probably even worse. Hold on, your storm's gonna form and it's gonna be like the warm air at the surface. I love the warm air at the surface. It's gonna form a wall cloud. It's gonna be like I love that warm air. I'm gonna drop a tornado right here. It's like I love it, right? But say you're not in the warm sector. You're north of the warm front. You don't really have, you know. Is that a jellyfish? Say you're north of the warm front. You're not in the warm sector, so you don't really have those surface dew points to really heat up. Your instability isn't, you know, great. And a lot of times, if you're stable at the surface, there's no instability up there. There's no instability up there at all. Or if you're super capped, like say you have instability at the surface, right? But you got a ton of warm air. It's going to prevent your warm air at the surface from rising. Because obviously, warm air is only going to rise if the surrounding air around it is cooler than it. Or else it just sits there. Think of a fart. I'm serious. If you fart, why do you smell it, bro? It's because it's warm and it lifts upwards. It's buoyant. Warm air's buoyant. Think of the top. Think of your upstairs room. Think of like your upstairs in the summertime. It is cooking up there. And think of your basement. It's freezing. Warm air is buoyant. It rises. But if there's a ton of warm air aloft, it can't rise any more, unless you have something like crazy forcing, or like you have to always have forcing to bust through a cap. Flat out. You can have all the instability you want, but if you don't have anything to force anything through the cap, you're cooked. But anyway, so we'll just say that this is capped, okay? But there's instability aloft, right? Wait, dude, this looks crazy. This looks like a bacteria. I just really need you guys to bear with me here. So, we have this cap, okay? And there's no instability at the surface that can be grabbed onto. So what the storms do is they're like, well, shit, there's instability up here, so I'm gonna develop up here. So the storms develop pretty much aloft, if you could say, you know. The storms develop with the elevated instability. They can't get to the stuff at the surface because it's capped or it's too stable. So what they do is they just chill out. They're usually more high-based. They're usually hail producers. And, you know, they can't produce tornadoes. And why can't they? Because there's a huge stable layer and a cap right there. The tornadoes, in quotes, can't drill through it. Like, you can't do that. There's been super rare occasions where sometimes you'll have a extreme wind shear and it'll drill a tornado through a stable layer. But you're 99.99999999999% of the time not going to get a tornado with an elevated storm because it's just not feasible. There's either no way to get to the instability at the surface to make the tornado, or there's no instability at the surface to make the tornado. So with an elevated storm, if we're north of the warm front, we'll get supercells up there because there's plenty of wind shear, and there's plenty of instability aloft. So you'll get supercells, but they'll usually be like, man, elevated supercells are ones that we usually see that are dog-leggy. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like that. Ugly. You know, their hail cores are ridiculous. You get like 80 dBz in that bitch. It's all purple. It's all gross. You know, elevated storms look fuzzier on radar. I don't know how to exactly explain that, but elevated storms are much more fuzzy. They look softer. Seriously, they look softer. I'll show you guys because we have that kind of going on over here. I'm able to give a show of what it's like out here. We can use, come on, work here, work. Hopefully my fuzzy analogy makes sense. Okay. So we have, I don't think, we got to go more back over here, I think. Yeah, exactly. It's like a glass lid to a drink. You got to crack it to get a drink. So this is going to be hard to explain, I guess, because this probably isn't the greatest of all time explanation, because these storms are probably more elevated as well. So look at these storms, okay? They're kind of, bro, this is so difficult to explain. It's a with time thing. These are very wispy. I don't know how to explain it. They're wispy. They have a more fuzzy appearance, you know, whereas something that's a lot more robust. Keep your mind on, I wish I could open multiple windows of like GR2 here. But they're strung out. They're kind of wispy. They're not as, you know, compact as like, okay, I'll get a surface-based storm now. Keep that, you know, dude, it's going to be so hard to fully make this sense. It's, a lot of it is like a pattern recognition thing. But keep those in your head, and then look at something like this. You know, it's very defined. It's not wispy. You can make out things like boundaries being ingested into storms, and, you know, it's hard. You can, visually tell a lot just on its appearance. But if you can't, a lot of times you'll need to look at like surface obs or something. But so yeah, north of the warm front, your storms are usually kind of ugly. Okay, they're kind of dog legging. They have really high DBZ values in their hail core. I mean, they're usually filled to the brim with hail. And then in the warm sector, your storms are not elevated. They're very much surface based. So that's when you see your classic hook echoes, and you see hail, but lesser. That's what we've learned over the years, is that tornadic supercells do not produce as much hail as storms that aren't tornadic. If you have a tornadic storm, and actually, seeing a supercell hail production drop down is a sign that it's gearing up to produce. You see that all the time. You see elevated hailers or you know, beefed up hailers that are high based or something in the day, and you'll see them, their hail production goes low and they'll start to wrap up. Hail production just does not jive with strong low level shear. The only time it does is if you have like a freaky boundary interaction. Think of like a Gerald or a ton of storm mergers like El Reno, where you just have a shit ton of mergers, so you just produced your tornado, but your storms are also just so ginormous that they're producing a ton of hail. So, yeah. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, that's a way to put it. Sometimes he tries to try out for the Fujita baseball team. What an analogy. But yeah, like elevated storms are... Like, it's really easy to tell what's elevated and what's surface-based. Like, God, no one really gives a shit about elevated storms, so it's kind of hard to see, like, a picture of a fully elevated storm, because no one cares. You know what I mean? But, you know... It's hard to get a really good example here because not many people really care about an elevated storm. The metaphors are the best. That's the best way to explain shit like this, is a lot of metaphors and a lot of like comparisons to like small scale things you see in your everyday life, you know? Gosh, man. I'm gonna try to find a picture of an elevated storm. Hi, everybody. Because I just cannot, for the life of me, find a picture on Google.
Well, on Derby Day back in 20...
Welcome on Derby Day back on Fortnite Sigma. Anyway, yeah. So elevated storms are not going to produce tornadoes. On super rare occasions, they've shit out a bird fart or two. But even then, you know, it's easy to tell when something's elevated and when something isn't, you know, because the telltale sign is like, I mean, for example, like, I don't know, there's just such a difference with something like this, and then, I could probably look this up. This is probably not going to give me what I want. Yeah, no, it's not. Bro, why is there just not, like, a picture of, like, a nice elevated supercell? Hold on. God forbid. God forbid. Find me a damn... Just find me an elevated supercell. We'll find the Oklahoma's biggest hailstone. When was it? April 20, May 24th, 3rd, 25th. Of course, there's no pictures. God, I give up. I give up. I can't find a picture of an elevated storm anywhere. I don't like have any on deck either, because it's just like, what? Why would I? Why? But yeah, they even look a lot different too. Like, okay, maybe I could do it like this. Now, not all outflow dominant supercells are elevated. but all elevated supercells are pretty outflow dominant. So if there's a way that I could possibly, dude, bro, you know what? Fuck Google. It's not giving me what I want. Anyway, I could probably find some examples, but yeah, they on radar they tend to look more fuzzy. They have much more hail, and they're north of any warm front. The Arkansas supercell, yes, good one, good one. Hold on. Yeah, the Jonesboro. Hold on. I'm just gonna type a bunch of shit. That's gotta give me something. Give me something here. Okay, oh my god. Saved me here. Okay. There is such a difference here. You can see that, of course, it's the most low-res image of all time. Okay, from Reed here. But you can see... Hold on. Yeah, it's a lot better. Hold on. I don't know what I have on Reddit. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Okay, perfect. Here. Oh my god. Saving grace. Here we go. Boom. This is an elevated storm. Okay? This is an elevated storm. You can see the hail production is outrageous. I mean, there's so much hail in this guy. There's no, like, defined hook echo. It's very flat. It's outflowy. Your rotation is very ill-defined. You can see, you know, broad rotation, but it's not, there's nothing tight. It's fat, it's ugly, it's fuzzier. It's not as defined as something like this. Yeah, literally no couplet, I guess you could say, you know. But you have, like, it's crazy. Like, the hail production is completely different. This is a flatter, fatter base, very ill-defined rotation, whereas, you know, you have your tornadic supercell here, and, okay, this is the beginning of Dodge City. This is probably, dude, I'm the worst. Hold on. Let me get something juicy. Let me get something that is unmistakably bad. Unmistakably bad. Okay, now here's fucking Hackleburg. Here's an ongoing tornado. Here's an ongoing EF5. Goddamn. Alright. Okay. Now, the reflectivity presentation here is much, much different. Okay? One is super defined, you know. The rotation is so pinpoint. In this loop, it's so ridiculous that it's folding. But yeah, the difference is crazy. But yeah, they torried it because a bunch of reports. Someone was spoofing reports from a different location, and they were like, "There's a huge violent tornado on the ground, and there's massive devastation, and people are dying, and oh, there's cars flipped. Oh, like, it's so obnoxious. It's the worst shit ever." Dude, somebody came in chat couple nights ago, man, and goes, "Wow, the people at the National Weather Service treated me like a kid on the phone." And I was like, hold on. I was like, so what happened? And this person goes, "I called them about the storm that moved out of the warning polygon and told them about some hail that was unwarned. And they were very frustrated with me on the phone call. I don't understand what I did wrong." Dude, that was the biggest facepalm on stream ever. Like, I didn't think those people were real. Like, and they seemed to not be happy when we weren't on their side. But it was like, bro, you can't call, bro. The weather service is making the warnings. They obviously see that the storm has moved out of the polygon, number one. Number two, you don't need to call them about that. Number three, please do not call the weather service to report non-severe hail. That is insane. The only time you really need to pick up the phone and get on the line with the weather service immediately is if you see, like, a tornado. Like, if you see a tornado ongoing, that's when you pick up the phone and call the NWS. You don't call them when you see pea-sized hail at your door. You don't call them when on radar you see that a storm moved out of the polygon. What in the hell? What's up, Juniper? What's up, Caitlin? I just could not believe that. Like, I did not understand at all what goes through your head to make you do that. But, dude, happy birthday to that person. Jesus. And there was those people lately. We saw those, like, kids. One of them was in the EAS community or whatever. They were calling, I think it was NWS in Chicago, and reporting a tornado on the ground. Just they thought it was funny, and I think they like told the people on the line to like go fuck themselves or something. It was they were being incredibly rude, and they just thought it would be a funny prank call. So I screen recorded it and put it on Twitter and tagged the weather service. Like I don't want to be a snitch. You know what I mean? Like I always knew, like you growing up, don't be a snitch kind of thing. But bro, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. Where was it at? Where'd you put it at? Oh, in announcements. Yeah, like that. Now this storm was tornado warned, but again, same thing. I mean, it is just like it's such a crazy hail core, and especially the hail that fills the RFD, where that hook would be. When you see super high DBZ in that, it's not tornadic. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Like, dude, if you're gonna prank call somebody, prank call like, bro, like Kmart or something, bro. Like, dude, like why that? Arizona, if you tell us how you got CM1, I'll personally commission. I think you just downloaded it. I don't know. I know it's a hard. I think there's tutorials on YouTube for it and everything. I think it's just tedious and takes time. But that was. What is this? I'm going to fart. All right. But yeah. Plank of Sears with the refrigerator joke. We did that to a Target, I think it was, or whatever the hell. And it did not go well. I remember doing a prank call, and it was just so awkward. It was so awkward. It wasn't funny. It was just awkward. It was like, okay. God, it was so bad. June, tell everybody about the fart dungeon. No, stop. Mr. Peach, you're going to love this. Going to his Jewish Passover event tomorrow. Isn't that like a holiday? A Jewish holiday? Wait. Going to this Jewish Passover event tomorrow is why I was saying I was going to Toledo. I have no idea what any of this is about as a non-Jew. Okay. So that's interesting. Caitlin, you always interest me. I mean, really. I mean, yesterday when you said somebody died and you said finally, and then today you're going to celebrate Passover as a non-Jew. I mean, hell yeah, I guess. Hell yeah. Is there any reason why? Do you have any Jewish family members, or is this like, you're bored? Time to go celebrate Passover. Oh, okay. So it's an open holiday thing. Well, shit, as long as there's food, as long as there's food and You know, I know there's a very large Jewish population in New York, and as long as there's New York pizza, you know. Jews for Jesus. That's interesting. We got family that's Jewish. Oh, bro, that my ear hurts. I have been getting reoccurrent ear infections the last like few years in the same ear, and it's really frustrating. And I don't know why. And I just got over two of them, and I feel like I'm getting another one, and I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. I'm tired of ear infections. They're not fun. They're not fun. And I mean, I phased out it, bro. I went to the ER one night because I lost my hearing, and go to the doctor. Thanks. I don't wear a headset or anything. But I went to the ER one night because I lost my hearing, whatever. And the doctor was like, "Yeah, dipshit, stop using Q-tips." And I was like, "All right." So I haven't used Q-tips in a long time. Whatchamacallit, I irrigate my ear canal. So you just like stick a water thing in there and just so there's no, you know, you don't put Q-tips in there. And I was like, okay, that should help, right? What the fuck? Why do I feel one again? What is this bullshit? I'm also getting over a cold, so I could just be clogged up. But simultaneously, I could have also just given myself an ear infection from my cold that I just got over, which is never fun. I don't know, I'm just tired of ear infections, bro. They don't feel good, and I hate antibiotics, bro. Because, bro, antibiotics fuck up your microbiome. Like, all the bacteria that's in your gut that helps you digest food and handle it, dude, it nukes your microbiome. It kills it all. So, bro, your stomach is fucked for like a week. It's not fun. It's uncomfortable, bro. Not to get TMI, but them poops are not fun. Them antibiotic poops are not fun. They are not fun at all. This guy loves talking about how my antibiotics. Bro, they do. They do, and I want people to know that antibiotics are cool and all, but you can't overuse them because they will destroy your microbiome, and it's not going to be very fun. Because then you're gonna be pooping like crazy, bro. You're gonna fart and you're gonna shit your pants, bro. I'm not speaking from experience, but you know, yeah. So am I, Gray. I have to get all these advanced antibiotics. I gotta go get a Z pack or whatever. Dude, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. All these advanced ass. I can't just take some penicillin and call it a day. I had COVID in October 2023. I had COVID back in late 2021. That's a loose sphincter, K. I'm just saying. I'm gonna loosen your sphincter, Mr. Peach. What's up, Storm Tracking? I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and I'm also gonna get some water. So I'll be right back. I'll leave you guys with, we can't watch videos anymore or else I'll get destroyed. So you can look at this frame of these storms out here. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm back. Oh. Wait, am I audible? Oh yeah, I am. Okay, I'm just quiet. Anyway, I see we're talking about GERD. Now, I do not have GERD, but when I was 17, I drank a bunch of Bacardi one night, and in the morning, I had horrible heartburn and like acid reflux. Every time I burped, I felt like I tasted Bacardi, and it was really uncomfortable. So I guess I can imagine how that would really suck. And I imagine with GERD, you probably can't drink much alcohol, because I think it would exacerbate that. I think it's a morning risk. Yeah, some of the storms throughout the night may stay. Mr. Peach, is that the legendary Mr. Gas that you just said? Oh my god! What a comment. Yeah, and I know as along with that, like acidic foods like tomatoes, pasta sauces, day one's out. Shh. Don't tell me what it is. Shh. It's probably okay. Yeah, they kept it. I'm not totally surprised, but they did extend it as they should, I. Oh, look at that. All hazards will be possible, including tornadoes, with some potentially strong. Significant severe weather event expected today across parts of the lower to mid-Mississippi. They don't usually put disclaimers like that say shit like that unless it's a little more substantial. Okay, wow, the wording is a bit high. It's broils, that's why. That's why. It's broils, goddammit. Okay. I knew it, because I was like, okay, the wording here. Anyway. Several factors appear to be supportive of a significant tornado event today across eastern part of the Central Plains into the lower to mid-Missouri Valley. With a negatively tilted trough will become coupled with a 50 to 60 knot low-level jet over a moist and unstable warm sector. A second factor is that a band of large-scale ascent will move over the warm sector this afternoon as the capping inversion diminishes. Steep low to mid-level lapse rates are forecast to spread over the warm sector, which combined with moderate deep layer sheet will be favorable for supercells with strong updrafts at relatively low levels within the storm. See, this is why I love broils. In addition, 0 to 3 kilometer storm relative helicity is forecast to increase to the 300 to 400 meters squared per second squared range along the western edge of the low-level jet, which will be favorable for strong tornadoes. A few tornadic supercells are expected with the greatest potential from near Omaha eastward to near Des Moines and southward to the south of the Kansas City metro. Along this corridor, the more dominant supercell storms will also have a potential to produce hailstones greater than 2 inches in diameter. So, dude, they're going ham with it, low key. They're going ham with it, low-key. The rest is talking about that Arklatex kind of region there. Mostly a hail threat. Some isolated tornado threat may develop. But, you know, this is actually kind of a substantial wording for a 10 hatched, especially when you say several factors appear to be supportive of a significant tornado event. So today is definitely on the higher end of this spectrum here, of the 10 hatch spectrum. Most definitely. Sounds like a pucker kind of day. Yeah, I mean my booty would be clenched. And we're about 30 minutes from day 2. I'm interested to see what they think about day 2. How that'll if it's that kid beatboxing while getting a haircut, I swear to God. Oh my God, I knew it. 3 to 6, yeah. I'm thinking 3 to 6:30, and it'd probably be even shorter than that. That's really just a beefed up time frame. You could probably squish it smaller, but we'd have to wait to watch the storms by then. But it'll probably be your storm threat will probably only be like an hour and a half. Dude, my head is filled with mucus. I need to be like tipped upside down. They need to stick a tube in my head and just drain me. Bro, that sounds freaky. I can't just say drain me. Whoa, is this for... It is, look at that. It's quite hot. It's quite hot. Even with that morning convection, even if we took that ARRR run verbatim, you'd still have probably quite a few strong tornadoes just with the morning convection that would grow robust on its own. So, you know, that's pretty hot. Granted, this runs off the FV3, so it's like, you know, but definitely hot. Definitely warm. A bit warm. Like I peed my pants warm, you know what I mean? Like I'm sitting there and suddenly it's warm and wet. Bro, that's... Alright, bro. What does this mean? Models are indicating high tornado potential, not anything new, really. Broyles is saying late afternoon. Well, Broyles said late afternoon. There you go, bud. But yeah, I saw this and it perked my dingle. We have a little... Give me right there, yeah. We have little, like, little pearls going up. In Kankakee. And really good chasing terrain in this area. And this is kind of a wonky sounding, but there's such high 3K, just fat instability. You'll get supercells out of this. Definitely smaller, more compact ones. So I'll be out here hanging out. There's been a signal for this for days now. And initially I thought I'd have to probably hang out around, you know, the sagging cold front, which is up here, firing these storms off. But as long as we have a consistent signal for like an open warm sector, just a couple open warm sector storms, that'll be good. That'll definitely be good. You probably get a couple brief tornadoes, especially with this. This is a bit more favorable, especially on the low level shear side. Definitely more compact supercells, smaller supercells, but that gets it done. Don't have to worry. But I mean, it's crazy out here. If we had a little more, you know, forcing, I mean, it's pretty nuts out here. Widespread 3,000, 2,000 cape. Decent hodos. Yeah, I don't really... Thing is, though, I will call off entire chases if it's bad terrain. That's the thing, is there's certain... Like, I mentally know a map in my head of where I should and shouldn't go. Because I do... It's not fun. That's the thing, man. I've chased in Michigan before, and it's abysmal. It's terrible. And then around Bloomington as well, down in southern Indiana, it's really bad, too. I kind of have a map in my head. It's kind of this... You know, there's a line that's kind of from here... It stretches a bit over here, dips down, goes a bit over here, swoops up, and pretty much all of, like pretty much everything in Illinois, except once you get to the Springfield line, is good. There's some areas around Peoria near the river that are tree. You know, there's some hills. And up near Rockford, there's some trees, but other than that, it's pretty good. It's pretty good out here. But this area is fantastic. South of Kankakee, it is crazy. It is the best chasing terrain in Illinois. So, I'll just go down here and show. It's seriously the best. Just south of Kankakee. Okay, if Google Earth literally puts us in the... Okay. There's a road I wanted you to go to. There's a road I asked you to go to. Escaping the Gary anomaly. Yeah, I did. I did escape. I made it through the Gary anomaly successfully and escaped. But yeah, this is south of Kankakee. I mean, you don't... there's not much more you can ask for. There's not much more you can ask for. I mean, there's obviously, you know, there's some trees here. There's it's perfect. It's fantastic. I love it out here. This is peak. And you get storms a lot here in the late spring. And, I mean, it's straight up the best terrain there is in Illinois. So, whenever I see a signal for storms going up in that area, is that Ozarks territory? That is Ozarks territory. And it's terrible. Terrible, terrible. Absolutely garbage. Absolutely garbage. The worst terrain in the United States. This is abysmal. This is actually terrible. Like, where exactly do you want me to pull? I could pull up somewhere. Dude, I'll go to the best terrain in the world right in here. Dude, if it puts me in the goddamn... Did it just crash? Dude, the terrain is so bad out here that Google Earth can't even load it. There you go. There you go, Tristan. The terrain is so bad that it crashed my Google Earth. Yeah, around metropolitan areas, it's very... And I think that's by design. I'll close the program, damn. Okay, we'll retry here. They build cities near areas of water, and the areas of water usually have extra vegetation and deformation because of the water, so, you know... In some roundabout ways, cities have the worst chasing terrain because of where they end up being. And the worst traffic in the world. Like, when I see high tornado risks over, like, metropolitan areas, no way. I'm not chasing in a metro. Okay, here we go. Imagine you're chasing a tornadic supercell. And, dude, bro. Dude, nobody's even been here on Google Earth in years. Dude, it's warping time as we move through. You ain't seeing shit. I mean, over the hill would be a really nice view, but I mean, it would be... You'd have to really... Bro, Google Earth is so buggy. See, the worst in the world, and I'm biased because I think this is the worst, but it's Bloomington, Indiana. Genuinely horrible. Like, the worst. Actually the worst. Like, as bad as you get. As bad as you can possibly get. Like, you are legitimately... There is no way. Like, at least in Arkansas, you can see over a hill or something. In Bloomington, you have no clue. Like, you're socked in with trees. It's literally the Bloomington jungle. So whenever you see a risk down there, hell no, you don't go. You don't go. And I know some people are like diehard chasers, and they're like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna chase everything. I'm gonna go for the Bloomington 10 hatch. No way, bro. Hell no, dude. That's why on that big moderate risk day, I didn't go for Kentucky, bro. I went for Richmond, Indiana, and I left my target area because I thought we were cooked, and there was a tornado in Richmond when I left. Do you know how? That is just not nice. It is a storm, man, because if a storm passes, even if you got hit with like RFD, if those trees collapse on you, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You're done. You're donezo. But yeah, and then in Indiana, it's the same way. Like, most of Indiana that's not anything past Bloomington is the exact same way. It's amazing out there. I mean, it's just wide open fields and wind farms and... But you Nebraskans are lucky. The Terribles and the Grays. Because, I mean, this is kind of crazy. I mean, there's straight nothing out here. Like, there's not a tree for 800 million miles. Like, when you watch videos of, like, Pilger, I mean, it is so damn flat. North Dakota's a good spot. The Dakotas are great for chasing. I would love to chase North Dakota, South Dakota. I'd love to chase, I'm so unlucky, dude. See, that's what sucks is you live in an area that's so climatologically active with the most shitty terrain. And I'm going to say something that's controversial. I think Oklahoma's overrated with in terms of terrain. Because anything that's east of OKC is garb. I mean, it's really garbage. Like, if we can go out near... you can go to eastern Oklahoma. And it's not the worst, but... Oh my god, why can't it just auto drop me somewhere? When is your chasecation? I'm still not told. I'm going to wait a little closer to climatology, but any time between May 12th and the 31st. But it's not, and it's not bad. It's just like, you know, I don't know. It's not as cracked as it's made out to be. West of OKC is ridiculous. I mean, that's when it's like, oh baby, we're flat, we're good. Good night, Callahan. Yeah, they recognize all the tribal areas, and so does the SPC. So does the National Weather Service. Like with the, that's STEAM. Good job. But like the National Weather Service is really good about that as well, because they've always had the you can turn on the tribal legend, and it lets you know all the tribal areas that are affected, which I always thought was dope. Like, let's go. Oh yeah. Straight up for the people. But yeah, west of OKC is pretty good. The Texas Panhandle is crazy. New Mexico is pretty good, and really far east New Mexico when we get those storms in those areas. Kansas is cracked. Kansas is really damn good. You know, the eastern side can get rough though. Up and when you start approaching Missouri, Nebraska's pretty much good all throughout. And you know, I'll make the argument here that there's a lot of mountainous terrain when you get in western Nebraska, when you get in that Scottsbluff area, but it's still flat and it's gorgeous. There's like I mean, it's beautiful. Like there are huge like geological monuments out there, but it's still kind of flat. Like you can still see for a long time, but then you'll have this like beautiful fucking cliff, and you'll have like a tornado, and this dude, you see it in videos in Wyoming and in far western Nebraska a lot. You'll have just this overlap where you have a beautiful tornado and then some like geological features that are great. Looking for ground scouring? We are not Hypernova. You are on the wrong account, brother. We're not looking for ground scouring this time. I do remember that though. Colorado's great. Like we saw today. Need some of those videos. Pecos Hank has a few. Okay. I should probably put Colorado because it sent me to Ohio. Let me see. I'll send one. But they'll be driving through some, gosh, if I could find it. And Pecos Hank dropped that video on storm chasing in Argentina. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I would definitely suggest it because it is fan-effing-tastic. Here's that video of Pecos Tank when he's chasing in Wyoming and then far western Nebraska, and he's coming through certain areas that are just gorgeous. I mean, there's random cliffs and shit like that, and the chasing train is fantastic, and the tornadoes out there are almost usually always photogenic, like extremely photogenic, and they don't require much because at higher elevations the air holds less moisture, so you're able to get it done real damn easy. That's like today. You just had some ambient vorticity and a lot of cape out here, and we saw like an absolute landspout fest. But out here it's great, you know. Like think of like the Campo video, for example. You know, it's just out in the middle of nowhere. Hold on, where's the picture? Yeah, there's the emoji. I mean, it's just out in the middle, and like this is peak. This is actually better than anywhere we've seen so far. You know what I mean? I mean, when you're out in Colorado, this is great. This is as good as you get. I mean, it is just nothing for a long time. Look at DMs. Yeah, that would suck. That's why I don't chase Dixie, and I don't want to. And I'd like to eventually, just to get it out of the way, or try it, because it's a bit of a challenge, but... I mean, I just... Ugh. Like, I would chase Dixie on, like, an April 27th type day, where you can see. But... You know, most days... No. No. I don't think I will. I don't think I will. And it's crazy because just zooming in on Google Earth, you can see all the tornado paths from the fucking 1 trillion violent tornadoes that hit this area every year. Been pretty lucky this year, though. But yeah, the terrain out here is also pretty terrible, but it's not known for having great terrain either. Yeah, it's got some radar holes, too. Like, a big problem is the radar hole that's in western Mississippi. Like northwestern Mississippi. It's like a huge radar hole. It's like, why? Why is that there? It's so tornado prone. It's a huge radar hole. If you're in a 45 hatch in eastern Oklahoma, western Arkansas terrain, would you chase it? No. I'd probably chase like a 10 hatch that would be surrounding it in more western Oklahoma or something. I mean, I don't really have fun. Like, I'm not gonna have much fun if I'm behind a violent tornado that I can't see, that's rain wrapped, and I also can't see 20 feet in front of me because there's trees everywhere. That's not very fun. You know, you're just kind of following something you can't see. Sometimes I'll close my eyes and pick a random spot on Google Earth. Hold on, I'll do that. I'll zoom out really far. And I'll grab... Oh, shit. It won't let me. Hold on, I'll do this. I'll twirl. My eyes are closed right now, and I'm moving around. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving. Okay, then I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna keep zooming in. I don't know when I'm gonna... my eyes are closed right now, so I don't know. I'm probably far in enough. I'm gonna open. Okay. Okay, we did not land anywhere of significance. Okay. We are... Okay, we land... We went in the middle of the ocean. Fantastic. Great work. Great work. Let's go see some volcanoes. Let's go to Mauna Loa. Can we see it erupt? Are we able to see her erupt? Hold on. Let's kick it back a few. Back in the 80s was the last time it erupted before, like, whatchamacallit, right? Hold on. Let's go to Kilauea. Kilauea is, like, right around... Hold on. Let's go to Kilauea. Please show me... Oh, it's over here. Show me active lava lakes on Google Earth. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, you can see it sizzling in there. It's kind of like cooled off a bit, though. Oh yeah, yeah, baby. Give me that. Yeah, look at that. Got some lava, baby. Give me that lava. Nice. Give me like, oh yeah, that's a good one too. That's some good lava. That's some good lava too. I like that one. That's pretty. That's cooler. But there's some lava. You see. The fuck? This is like a. Oh, there's like a huge, big plume going on. I think that was after that collapse. Yeah, that was the collapse. That was the caldera collapse at the park. Because I completely forgot about that. Because it was actually, look at how small the caldera is here, and then, you know, you had the big ploopy. Oh yeah, day two. Don't tell me. I already know what it's gonna be, but I just have to investigate it on my own. Big 10 hatched. Very Big 10 hatched. Very Big 10 hatched. Alright, what are their thoughts? Broyles, tell me you wrote this, my man. Tell me you wrote this. Dean wrote it, okay. This is... Oh, wait. Is this the right outlook? Yeah, it is, okay. Potentially widespread, strong severe thunderstorms, greatest a few strong tornadoes will be possible. Evolution of the warm sector and storm development on Saturday will be complicated by the potential for early day convection spreading northeastward from northwest Texas through Oklahoma and eastern Kansas. This convection would likely initiate late in the day Friday period as low-level moisture streams westward in conjunction with a retreating dry line beneath steep mid-level lapse rates. While most guidance depicts some sort of early convection, its forecast evolution varies widely among the CAMs and convection within mesoscale and global models. Some severe threat could accompany this convection as it moved northeastward across the day. Yeah, look at this. So they got it down here. The tornado warning is strong, but there's just so much uncertainty. Any persistent supercells will pose a threat of strong to potentially intense tornadoes as they move northeastward. So it's like, you know, you just don't really know. There's a lot of uncertainties. Lots of uncertainties. I'm gonna crack my fingers till they fall off. Moderate wording with enhanced. We've been doing that a lot lately. Yeah, probably there's the threat for your area for like significant severe weather is pretty low. I mean, this is even pretty far north, which I imagine this will get trimmed a bit. Probably some warm frontal action here, but really not anything I'd be worried about. But there is hail potential. There's quite some hail potential in the wind. But my legs hurt low-key. I need to turn into a... Oh, man, dude. Is there a way... Can I pay a full-time masseuse? Is that something I can do legally? Like, if I pay someone however many dollars an hour to massage me forever. Use some very weak legs, dude, and use some very weak English, dog. I need some of that shit though. I need some I need like a masseuse. I need a massage, dude. Imagine if Superman went storm chasing. He did. Did you see Man of Steel, bro? He was like right up next to a violent tornado. Have you stretched your legs recently? No. Excuse me. I'm doing that right now because I was sitting crisscross applesauce for too long. You know? Man, I had some Taco Bell earlier today. Well, okay. 3 hours ago. You have some very fragile legs. Good job, Mr. Peach. You typed it right this time. And Ooh man, that was good. I got a cheesy gordita crunch, a burrito supreme without the red sauce. I'm not gonna lie, I don't mess with the red sauce too much. And then a taco, a regular soft taco, no lettuce, add tomatoes. Taco Bell has kind of weird lettuce. I'm not sure what the deal is. When does day 3 come out? Around 3:30. Around 3:30 a.m. 2:30 a.m. for you. Ooh. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how day 2 evolves. Even if morning convection's a big issue, it still seems that we're still gonna have storms out there, and we're gonna probably have a few strong tornadoes, just because of how it is. I mean, that's not very descriptive to say because of how it is, but I mean, even on a day like, for example, May 20th, where you wash out your entire warm sector, some of your parameters are just so extreme. You're gonna get it somewhere. You're gonna get something somewhere. Do you have a list of other restaurants you try to hit when you're chasing? Dude, honestly, I always end up at Subway. I don't I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I have tried multiple times to go to places. I always end up at Subway. I don't know why. It's crazy. I and I think it's because they're in gas stations a lot, and a lot of times you just get, you're refueling at the end of the day, you're going home, and there's a Subway, and you haven't eaten all day, so you go to Subway. But that happens literally every time. I always end up eating at Subway. I need to, like, go out of my way soon to stop at, like, a local place to eat. But I always end up at a Subway. I do not know why I always end up at Subway. But Culver's a lot too. Culver's is a good one. Culver's is pretty it's like a religious thing. You got to get it if you chase in the Midwest. You can't not. But that's it, man. Like, I can't. It's always Subway too. Jimmy John's as well. There was one time that I went out of my way not to go to Subway because I was craving Jimmy John's so bad. And it was on one of the chase streams. We were like, Culver's is like an ice cream place. They have ice cream there, but it's like a burger place and all that. They got burgers, they got fish, they got chicken sandwiches. It's like a Chick-fil-A kind of restaurant or fast food restaurant where it's fast food, but it almost blurs the line. You know what I mean? It's fast food, but quality. Similar to like a Five Guys or like I said, like a Chick-fil-A or something like that, right? Where it's, or like a Panda Express, where it's fast food by all technicalities, but it's definitely like a higher quality. It tastes better. It can be healthier. It's not like a McDonald's, And I have to try the Runzas, yeah. If I'm ever in Nebraska, I gotta hit up a Runza. I gotta. And I didn't realize how far it was. Because I was just for shits and giggles earlier. I was like, okay, what if I drove to Iowa tonight? What if I did it? And if I drove all the way to western Iowa, just on the border near Omaha, it's an 8-hour drive, which is shorter than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a lot longer. So, I mean, within a day, I could go get a Runza. Culver's doesn't exist in your area. That's what's unfortunate. Yeah, the drive home is pretty miserable always. Back when I was I forgot what I lost my train of thought. I was craving Jimmy John's all day. Okay? All day after this chase. And I was driving back home. We're on the border between Indiana and Illinois.
and I see an exit sign and there's a JJ on it, and I lost my mind, bro. And we instantly fly off into the fly off at the exit, go to the Jimmy John's, and on stream I go in, order, and I'm dancing, whatever, fucking. I get the Jimmy John's and I eat it on stream, and I went back and watched it, and I'm like moaning as I eat it because I hadn't eaten all day. And a lot of times with chases, like the adrenaline gets, at least for me, like if I'm on like an adrenaline rush or whatever, I can't eat for several hours. Like I'm not hungry. So a lot of chase days, I go all day without eating. Like I wake up in the morning, too excited to eat, so I don't eat literally all day until the night, and I'm awake for like 14 hours driving and shit, and I don't eat. That's not healthy, you know. So usually you gotta bulk up at the nighttime. You know, you gotta go nuts. So I just got a big ass Jimmy John's sandwich, and you know, you don't even have Dairy Queen. Purple Cow. What is purple? Hold on. I'm looking up Purple Cow, bro. There's one in Tennessee. Damn, bro. Look at that. Looks like a good burger. You guys don't have Steak and Shakes in Nebraska? What? Bro, I'm not gonna lie though. I tend to think that Steak and Shake is just a little overrated. I'm not going to cap. At least the ones in my area. I used to go to one every week. It was like the thing. And their shakes are fire. I'm not gonna lie, but like everything else is all right. But the shakes are so. There was this one chocolate fudge shake. Like when I get fudge in my shakes, like big chunks of fudge that I'm able to get out and just eat. Oh my god. Oh, that's the best. That's the best. That is the best thing ever. You want a Bob Evans? Dude, there's a Bob Evans on like every block here, and I'm sick of it. Like, there was one that went out of business too. Can't believe it's not in Nebraska. Stone Pony. I've never heard of Stone Pony either. Stone Pony. I'll look it up on Googly. Okay, this is definitely not the right Stone Pony. There's a pizza place it's a pizza place in Clarksdale, Mississippi. It was really good. Dude, I just cracked my neck like crazy. Ooh. Their version of a blizzard called a twister. See, no, but that would be nice if they, bro. Imagine how unappealing you'd have to make a twister version of a blizzard. Like, you couldn't have anything cool. You'd have to make a shake made of, like, dirt and tree limbs and people's houses and bricks. Yummy, a twister. When does Twisters come out? Too. I know it's in July. And I've seen the trailer like 57 times, but I don't know the exact release date. July 19th. Okay. Oh, I wish it was sooner, bro, because I really want to see it. I just really want to see it. I'm just so hyped for Tornadoes on the big screen. That's the biggest thing to me. Is like having Tornadoes be in movie theaters again. Like where that's the thing, you know? There was a few shots from this movie that blew me away. There's a picture that comes up with the Stone Pony search terms that is probably not the Stone Pony. It is not entirely safe for work. Ooh, I don't know what the hell this is, but that looks good. Give me a burrito. Twister's burritos. Shit, bro. This is another thing that I'm going to do. On the Chasecation, I have a plan, since I'm going to just be in Oklahoma. Fuck it, you know. There's probably like 3 things to do in Oklahoma. Chase tornadoes, go to the Twist X Memorial, and go to Wakita. The plan is to go to Wakita, Oklahoma. That is the plan, bro. That is the plan. Absolutely the plan. Dude, they still make a chunk of their revenue off of this little Twister's shop that they have in Wakita. I've been in the memorial for Twist X. I really need to go. Just pay my respects kind of thing. It's just something I feel like as like somebody, if you're going to chase, like that's something you should do. That's just something you should do. That is probably not the Stone Pony or whatever. That is probably not. That's completely different. I would highly doubt Tristan would be there. I went to the Weather Museum in Norman. I remember hearing about that. Yeah, there was a couple like one of the tornadoes from the trailer was straight up Akron from last year. This is straight, bro. I did not click on the image of the burrito. I did not click on the image of the burrito. Hold on, I got lost. I just got juked. What happened? Where did this burrito come from? I tried to click on the twins here. And it, okay, threw a burrito at me. But this is crazy. This just looks exactly like Akron. And then the, yeah, like, okay. That, and this is Akron. Like, crazy. Crazy. And also the one in the trailer that was why does it say Twisters too? Okay. The one in the trailer that was okay, so first thing that I liked about this, bro, is that there was like they're looking at a supercell. Like, first of all, we're already ahead of the original Twister in terms of realism from what we can see in the trailer, okay? From what we can see in the trailer. I see a nice mezzo behind him. I like that. I like to see that. I like to see that there's storm structure of some kind. I caught this the first time I watched the trailer as well. I think most people did. Dude in the truck is on GR2. The dude in the truck is on GR2. So they've been consulting some people who know what they're talking about, which is some good shit, okay? Looks weird, but there's an RFD cut in there. I fuck with it. This is what blew my mind. I think this is what blew most people's minds. Is this shot here is kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Like, I'm not totally sure how they did the VFX there. But that is kind of crazy, because that is legit. Like, that is really legit. And you can see that it... I mean, dude, it's crazy. It just magically appeared in my hand. And same for me, dude. I remember shivers, dude. I mean, it's so corny. But, like, goosebumps seeing that shit, dude. It's amazing. And this scene as well, with how the damage is done... Like how the roof is gone first. Like, if you've seen how tornadoes do damage, this is how tornadoes do damage. Like, this was crazy. This was crazy cool. Like, you have the intense vertical winds and that pressure gradient that's just outside of the visible vortex, what you can actually see. But the roofs of homes are getting ripped off. You see that all the time. all the fucking time. Just bloop, the roofs go off, and dude, this was so sick. I loved this. Um, this was pretty cool. I obviously hope that that we don't get super corny. We don't, I hope there's no Eye of the Tornado bullshit. Please no. But I'm excited. And also, one thing that was really badass, I think, is the choice of vehicles for this movie is like cool, badass, like Rams that have these like roll cages, crazy like off-road tires, and fucking spikes. Like think of like a Dominator, but like, okay, by the way, this would never work in real life. Like the reason why, like, okay, the spikes in the ground are cool and all, the drills, but the second you have the vertical winds get beneath the belly of the truck here, your truck is airborne. Or rolled. You're not staying there anymore. The reason the Dominator and the TIV work so well is because it covers under the vehicle, so winds can't get under and lift it upwards. So I mean, but you can turn off your brain. Like with a movie like this, sometimes you gotta just. It's visual effects porn, But it's sick either way. So many of these shots are awesome, and they only showed like a couple tornadoes in the movie. I hope there's a absolute plethora. I hope there's so many tornadoes in the movie that my eyeballs fall off. Like, I'm hoping it's not too corny. I did read something that came from the movie at a film con that I did not like exactly. It wasn't, it was a little too corny for me, but I don't, it could be cool. They could make up for it. The original Twister wasn't perfect either, but what was it? I don't know if anybody here wants it spoiled, but so I'm not going to say it. But if anybody in chat unanimously agrees that they don't really care, I don't know how much of a spoiler it is. Especially, I think it's probably going to be in a trailer. But, the thing is it's kind of impossible to top something like the original Twister just because of the monstrous nostalgia bias it's built up against. Like, you can't really, most people are saying they don't care. Going once, going twice. I'll give it a minute for anybody to speak now or forever hold your peace. Well, I can't spoil the entire movie. It's not out yet. There's only like a sliver of information that existed from people at like a film con. It's probably going to be in a trailer, but there's a really big tornado and like some Into the Storm shit. There's fire involved, and it's like a big fire tornado thing. Or at least there's fire somewhere in the tornado. And reading it, like, okay, it's not that bad. I guess it's cool, whatever. But I just, like, especially like with it, like Into the Storm was so, because what are we doing? Like, you had tornadoes that would interact with these random oil spills of fire, and the entire, it just, not that I want them to completely be realistic, but I have a sort of PTSD with Into the Storm, if that makes sense. There's a way to do it, but I have faith. I have faith. All it's missing is the dumpster, and it was the image I used to sum up 2020 in a t-shirt design once. Fire tornado dumpster. Dumpster fire tornado. Yeah, I have faith. I there's plenty of chasers that after the trailer dropped announced that they either helped with consulting for the movie or were in a scene or something. Reed a while back said that he got consulted by directors, and so I do have faith that there's something in the movie. There's some realism in the movie. We've seen the GR2. The tornado physics are incredibly realistic. I just hope when they say destroying a tornado in the trailer that it's more of a metaphorical thing, rather than like, I hope to God they don't have like a secret tornado machine that goes in the tornado and it destroys it. Like, that would ruin my day. But again, it's a fun movie. I'll be seeing it multiple times anyway. And I get that they can't do the exact same plot again. They can't be like trying to, because it's in the same universe. And I've analyzed the trailer a bajillion times, and but one of the things is, we're in the same universe, okay? They still have the Dorothy, or they still have Dorothy, and the Dorothy they have is one of the old rusty Dorothys that was like not. I think they have Dorothy 5 here, which, if you've seen Twister, they only used 4 Dorothys. For the whole movie, and they have a dusty, rusty, old Dorothy 5 here, so it's in the same universe and everything. I just don't. I'm interested to know, like, what the role here is. Well, Reed was talking about destroying tornadoes hypothetically with something like a nuclear bomb. It's possible, but like you could nuke a tornado for sure. But that's not practical for incredibly obvious reasons. Like, your nuclear bomb would obviously do so much more damage. But it wouldn't work with any conventional explosives. He had an idea that maybe you could detonate an explosive and you could, mess with any of the stretching. I disagree. Even if it did work, it would just produce right after. Like, even if you did disrupt the vortex itself, it wouldn't really, it wouldn't give a shit, EF6 meets Orphan Source. That's the scenario I'm gonna make when I go out. But yeah, I mean, it would just produce right after. Because I remember this idea came about with the video in Hendersonville of the tornado hitting something and it explodes, and the visible condensation funnel disappears, and people are like, "Oh my God, just explosions destroy tornadoes." That's not it. It was, sciencey shit aside, the air got too warm, and you couldn't condense it. You couldn't condense it and make the vortex itself visible. It was by all means still there. Just because you can't see a full connected, funnel to the ground doesn't mean your tornado's not there. It's not, that's something that the public has to get, I think, still. As like, you'll show people videos of tornadoes all the time, and they'll be like, well, it's not on the ground, is it? It's like, no, that's absolutely on the ground. Like that, if they just don't see a fully condensed cone on the ground, perfectly on the ground, if there's a funnel aloft or even halfway to the ground and there's a dust swirl, people don't think that's a tornado on the ground, so you gotta. And there's also the case of, you can have tornadoes that are kind of invisible sometimes. You can have those, big bull funnels, or some multi-vortex tornadoes that are, they don't, or something like El Reno, right, where the full condensation funnel never condenses, but you just have suction vortices that are just carouseling around the thing the entire time. DePauw's a good example. I mean, it's an F5 that never fully condensed. You just see, like circulation on the ground and aggressive suction vortices, and that can be super dangerous because, people don't even realize that that's there. Until it's too late, until that it's on them and it's like, oh, okay, well, oops. Yeah, El Reno did condense eventually, but even still, the entire tornadic wind field of El Reno, and this is never the case for tornadoes at all, but you know, the condensation funnel was actually small compared to the wind field, and El Reno didn't even have the largest condensation funnel of any tornado. That still goes to Holland, Nebraska, for having the largest condensation funnel. Yeah, nocturnal winds. Nocturnal tornadoes, I think, win in the what's worse world. You know, I much rather come across. I think what would really suck is like an uncondensed nocturnal tornado. I mean, you'd be like, what the hell? But nocturnal tours are much. There was this discussion on Reddit. Was like, if you would you rather get cored by Greensburg or cored by Tuscaloosa? And you know, I was thinking, and I honestly can't make too much of a choice here. You know, I think Tuscaloosa, but at the same time, I do honestly think that they were that Tuscaloosa was probably stronger. You know, sacrifice me, but I do think that because you know they're very different tornadoes. We're comparing plains tornadoes to Dixie tornadoes. It's apples to oranges kind of thing. One's moving much more slower. One's the whole 9 yards. That I'm preaching to the choir here, right? So I don't know. You know, do I wanna deal with the 60-mile-an-hour forward speed EF4 that actually has crazy EF5 winds inside of it, or the slow moving super wide EF5, yeah, both are certain death without a basement, so it's like, well, what do I want to deal with? Which one? If you threw me, this is kind of this is if you were somehow thrown in a, like, say this was a sick fucking experiment by aliens, like Gray came down and did this, you get teleported to a random makeshift city, and you can explore around and hide in any building you want, but you get cored by either Greensburg or Tuscaloosa. Which one are you choosing? Which one do you want to die in? I guess that's really the real question. Which would be the cooler tornado to die in? I think that possibly Tuscaloosa could be, man, it'd be so fast moving that maybe you'd have more of a chance, at least a shorter time frame. So basically, if my lab created a life-size simulation of Twist X and I decided to drop in subjects, pretty much. Tuscaloosa may be survivable with the ground speed. That's what I was thinking. Maybe if you moved super fast. Like, you'd have less exposure to flying debris. But one of them is going to hit you way faster. The other one's going to longer duration. I appreciate the jump you made when you upgraded your rig. Yeah, it's expensive too. That's one thing that sucks, is it's a punch in the face. It's a punch in the paycheck. Wasn't it slabbing apartment buildings? Yes. See, that's what, it's difficult. It's like Tuscaloosa was doing some crazy shit. So it's like, well, I mean, I don't know. I've changed my opinion on the strongest tornado of all time. What's your opinion? What's your opinion, strongest tornado of all time? I'm curious. I now think it was Rainsville, really. I personally very much disagree, but it's definitely a contender. I'd say that. I personally disagree, though. I don't even think it was the strongest of that day. Personally. I mean, in Dynamites. But Rainsville did some crazy shit. I mean, it was... Man, I'm pretty sure it was uplifting an underground shelter. Like, uncovered it and almost pulled it some bit out of the ground. You know, cracking concrete, removing concrete, fucking up foundations. Pretty sure it ripped open a steel safe. Like, ripped the door off of it. You know, pretty impressive, but I feel like, you know, those feats were far exceeded by the Hacklebergs and the Smithvilles of the same day. I mean, because Smithville was doing the same shit to, like, arguably a much more incredible extent, you know? But Rainsville is by no doubt an outrageous tornado. Outrageous. I mean, really, really outrageous. I mean, that doesn't take away from the fact that it is definitely a top all-timer. I mean... Strongest tornado by what metric? Instantaneous wind speed or like... So this question is difficult to answer because tornadic wind speeds, especially on really small scale levels and instantaneous levels, like we're talking sometimes less than a second. You know, there's some supercomputer simulations that indicate the winds can get abnormally high, higher than you could really imagine, higher than you'd think would even exist in science fiction. You know, we're talking 400, 500 miles an hour. I'm not kidding. So it's like instantaneous wind speeds, like not a sustained 3-second gust or something, but very quick, incredible instantaneous wind speeds. I think the tornado with the highest, I feel like I can't not give it to Philadelphia, just because of the ground scouring, just knowing the mechanisms behind that and how strong you would need internal subvortices to do that. Could you make this argument for Smithville? You could, but the vegetation damage, granted there's not enough evidence for Smithville to definitively say it didn't, but the vegetation damage in terms of the ground scouring was substantially more significant in Philadelphia than it was in Smithville in the sense of the ground scouring. Now, you know, ground scouring is a loose one to go completely off tornado strength wise because some of the mechanisms behind it are still a little not fully known, and different soil types can give you different results, and pockets of air beneath the soil can sometimes be lifted upwards by the low pressure inside of tornadoes and make huge craters that make the impression that it dug that deep. But the thing about Philadelphia, it was very consistent. It was a very wide, consistent swath of ground scouring. So that argument kind of falls apart that it was, you know, certain air pockets. You know, the soil type was clay, So it was very tough soil. So I have to go with Philadelphia if I want to say instantaneous wind speeds. In general, I'd probably go with Smithville or like Piedmont or Bridge Creek or Hackleburg or, you know. The structural damage from Philadelphia wasn't all that crazy. And the reason is because where it peaked, there was no structures. There was no structures where it peaked at. There was there was a mobile home, but the mobile home was found basically completely granulated and thrown like, oh my god, a quarter mile away into a tree line and just literally disintegrated. Yeah, Piedmont had the 295 from Raxpool. That wind speed estimate was recorded before it peaked. Were there people in the mobile home? Yes, they all died. They all died. Yeah, El Reno 2013 has the current record for at least the highest instantaneous wind speeds with that like maximum 336 estimate and some of those subvortices. No. But I don't think that was the highest, you know what I mean? Ever. Recorded, obviously, you know. But in the history of the world, or even the last 30 years, I don't think El Reno has the top, because El Reno was just one of the only ones with a Doppler on wheels to observe it. Hell yeah. See, Gray, that's what you gotta do. You gotta bring the people who don't have access to shelter to your crib. That brings a smile to my eyeballs. You know, it's crazy if you've ever seen El Reno on radar, the gate to gate max I think is like 350 something. Oh yeah, I've seen this video. Oh yeah, I would totally agree. I bet that if we had like Raxpool measurements of any of the EF5s that day, it would have been outrageous. But imagine if that translated to the ground. Yeah, and tornado winds are probably highest at the ground, actually. There's some evidence for that. Or, well, at least just above the surface. Just above the surface. You kind of have drag. You know, you have friction to worry about. But, kind of just above the surface, there's some evidence that your winds might be the highest. Which then you can think of like something like a, you know, a Tuscaloosa, right? If the winds aloft, you know, are in that 200 range, what are they at the surface totally, you know? And I think we all know, like, tornado wind speeds are obviously higher than what they're rated every time. But with violent tornadoes, I think the wind speeds that exist within them usually are so ridiculously high. Like, I am of the belief that, like, even like just in general, like transient EF5 wind speeds happen dozens of times every year, like dozens. Like I don't think it's uncommon at all. And I think wind speeds of over 250, like crazy wind speeds that we would usually think are crazy, also happen multiple times a year. You know, I don't think these wind speeds are rare at all. But I think in the most upper echelon tornadoes, they can get really high. Like, you know, you could think of like some of the original, like super Ted Fujita's estimates were that suction vortices can pack winds twice the strength of the parent tornado. So think of something like Piedmont, right? 295 mile per hour winds, and just double that number. You know what I mean? Again, this is more theoretical. You know, it's kind of hard to prove these wind speeds exist because there's not really a way to observe them. You can't like do that. But those wind speeds are you know, I mean, there has been transient near supersonic winds observed in certain tornado simulations. Like seriously, like the wind speeds can get very, 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 very high in certain instances, but they're transient. They're so quick that sometimes they don't even have the ability to do damage. You know what I mean? Like, you know, having like a sustained 200 mile an hour wind speed at your house for like 10 seconds is gonna flatten your home, right? But 300 miles an hour for like half of a second, I mean, again, it's so quick in such tight areas, dude. It's just not. There's very little damage indicators. There's no damage that you can even do with that, you know. What's up, Araru? I don't know how high the winds were in Bremen. I can, you know, I think it's safe to say that it was above 200 miles an hour, probably in the 200, you know, those 220 ranges, 200 something. I mean, it's just hard. The damage was very impressive in certain areas, though. Definitely in that threshold. Yeah, 220, 230 is good. There was a study that just came out recently that's basically confirming what we've all, you know, thought. The original Fujita scale is more accurate to what tornadoes actually contain than the new EF scale. And it needs to be kept in mind that, like, again, the enhanced Fujita scale is a damage scale. Like, it's very much a damage scale. In terms of what it's meant for, it works perfectly every time because we're just rating the damage. But that's a flawed way to rate tornadoes, you know what I mean? I'll send a link in chat. Hold on. Let me get it. It might be behind a paywall, but I don't think it is. See you, Gray. Good to have you back in the streams, Gray. Everybody tell Gray good night. Oh my god, dude. My mouth is burning up. I usually don't burn up with like dynamites and shit. Yeah, and like it's a damage scale. So like it maxes out at what it can possibly max out at. Like that's why Hackleberg is an EF5 210. Like it's no like obviously something like Hackleberg had higher winds than 210 miles an hour. Obviously Smithville had stronger winds than 205 miles an hour, right? Like obviously. It's just like the lowest bound estimate for what can cause the damage you're seeing. Oh man. Oh, I gotta wash the Taki dust off my fingers. Oh, I'm back. I really hope with the new the new Fujita scale though, with the new revised EF scale, that we start utilizing tornado ratings like, you know, so shit isn't so rare because it shouldn't be. Like, I mean, it's crazy to be 11 years without an EF5, you know. And it's crazy to think that like a revision to the scale could possibly just be going backwards. You know what I mean? I mean, we've had plenty of EF5 strike tornadoes, but you know, it just takes hitting a house that's constructed well enough to get that. But and that's hard as hell. With how houses are built in the United States, I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy. We're gonna have the 6Z coming in. And then we'll be able to... I think after that I'll go to bed. But the 6Z is gonna let us know what's going on, and it's gonna be the next HRRR run for, whatchamacallit, for, Saturday. So we'll see what it does. Probably not gonna be much different, but might as well see. Such extreme Cape, man. Crazy out here. Crazy, crazy, crazy Cape. I think Perryton was underrated, really. I think it was... I was surprised that it got an EF3 rating, honestly. I didn't think it would be that intense. Like, seeing it live and everything, I wasn't thinking that, you know, you had an ongoing, intense tornado. Well, or at least that it would be rated as such, you know? Gosh, that is just ridiculous. 312 3 Cape. I don't know how real that is, but that is monstrous. Ugh. So much Cape out here, dude. It's crazy. That shit is prime, dude. If we have forcing, we're gonna see some tornadoes in Illinois, and we do have a beefy like discrete supercell running in at 0Z, so we'll see. I have so much homework to do tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. Ooh. Consciousness may emerge before we're even born. That would make sense. That would make sense. This is a weird article. I feel like that would obviously makes fucking sense though. Being born, what the fuck? Obviously, this is dumb because being born just means you were born. You are now out of the womb. Babies are consciously aware of shit that's going on by like, oh my god, what? Like 6 months? Yeah, study shows that you might be growing before you're born. Like, what the fuck? Obviously. When do babies have awareness? Like, pretty early. 5 months old. So fucking obviously, dipshit. Babies display glimmers of consciousness and memory as early as 5 years old. Obviously. Study shows that you're inside of a womb until you were born. Yeah. Maybe they meant to say before conception. That wouldn't make any sense. That'd be a little... So you have consciousness before your parents had sex? You're just like a floating consciousness out in the universe that just finds a body? I mean, that'd be pretty hard. That like we're ghosts until we find a body, but that's just goofy. That'd be a pro-lifer's fuel. What's fun game? This is crazy. This is a crazy, it'd be like the movie Soul. Yeah. There's some religions like that. You know, reincarnation and, that you, like, live every human life. Like, we're all, like, when we die, we switch lives with somebody else, and that person switch. Like, we're reincarnated into different people that have existed throughout humanism. Crazy. People have some interesting thoughts, bro. Like, humans come up with some shit. I want like a chill game. Give me disaster survival, not natural disaster survival. I want that classic survive the disasters. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Give me that shit with the goofy music. Yeah, baby. Why does it say okay? Had to update Roblox. You guys like the fit? I got some rainbow shutter shades on my head now. Good night, Hypernova. Everybody tell Mr. Nova to good night. Studies show I'm naked and becoming a jelly bean. That is so... Dude, that's... The jelly bean thing? I'm naked right now and I'm becoming a beef sandwich. I'm becoming a nice rolled up tortilla of meat. I'm like a buff little tortilla. I'm a buff little tortilla. I'm beefy. You're dressed like you do dances on TikTok. I kind of am. Other than the Twister Ride It Out shirt. I've never seen anybody with that. But I guess the glasses. Nice rolled up tortilla of meat. I'm so juicy and beefy. Oh, there's blood. Oh, it's raining hot dogs. It feels like college all over again. Oh. He's doing the weird voice again. Deaf time to leave. The fuck? Did I get hit with a hot dog? Oh, it must be a stinky one. Hot dog must have some gonorrhea. Some gonorrheal hot dogs. Lol. Lol. You got wienered. Yo, getting wienered is crazy. Dude, imagine getting wienered. I'm gonna wiener you. Oh. I got wienered. Oh. I got vagged. Good night, Tristan. It's raining glizzies. I'm just telling you straight up right now that if the Magic School Bus was real, I'm going all in Miss Frizzle's butt. If they're letting me. If they're letting me, I'm doing it. Ew? Bro, why are you hating on me, bro? What the fuck? I'm just being real. Is it not based? I know Arizona would agree with me. I know he'd come out of the woodwork and say that I'm right. Why Miss Frizzle? Because why not? Damn, bro. You seen Miss Frizzle? I mean, shit, bro. I might have to. Why taint my childhood? I'm gonna taint your taint, bro. That's what I'm gonna do. Speaking of taints, bro, I'm trying to twist your taint. That's freaky. Twisting a taint is kind of crazy. Okay. Miss Frizzle, let's take a microscopic look at your beef patty. Oh my god. That's that energy that I need in my life. That's the energy that I need in my life. Fuck yeah, dude. Miss Frizzle, let's take it. A microscopic look at your beef patty. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Come on, Miss Frizzle. Miss Frizzle, it's time for me to dive into the Arby's roast beef. Miss Frizzle. Oh, I've never had roast beef like this before. Oh. Yeah, bro, Miss Frizzle's in her 20s? Well, damn, bro. I could probably make it work, man. I could probably make it work. Good night, Tristan. I thought she was at least 45. Well, damn, bro. Don't disrespect my wife like that. Miss Frizzle wants the dizzle. I'm trying to be the bacteria. I'm trying to be the yeast that replicates inside of Miss Frizzle. I'm just being real. I'm trying to be a part of that microbiome, baby. You follow a Gen Xer? Isn't Gen X like 50 years old or something like that? Ninja boob noob. There's some cool Gen Xers around. Damn, bro, what? Ninja Dick. Ninja Dick. Oh. Oh, Ninja Cock. Oh. Oh yeah, bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You can't be saying that, bro. Avalanche. Oh. Oh. Fuck. Oh. Oh. Balls. I love balls. Mr. Peach, how much do you think The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, is packing? How much do you think he's got on him? Like, do you think he's got a hammer? Boo, 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 boo. Yes? Are you sure? Bro, are you fucking for real, bro? In my head, yes. What if it's tiny? Would you still love him if it was tiny? Like, say you got a chance with The Rock, and he's only got, like... He's got, like, a 1.5 incher. Yes. I want him to throw me. Well, that would be painful. Woo, just in time, baby. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I want him to crush my spinal cord. Well, that's gay. Why am I bald? What the fuck? What'd they do to me, bro? What'd they do to me, bro? And they made the map empty. And, like, naked. Oh, big cake! Oh, fuck! Oh, the cake's eating me instead of me eating the cake. It's like vor. Oh, God, if it eats me, I'm gonna come. I love being swallowed. Oh. I like being in the tummy. Oh, shit, if it eats me, I'm gonna nut. Oh. Damn it. Bro, how many times is the same song gonna loop? Yeah, boy, I'm not getting bit by no shark today, bro. Hell no. I'm chilling on the sidelines. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. Oh, I'm gay.
Oh, I'm gay. Oh. Oh, I'm gay. Oh. Oh, I'm gay. Oh. I like man. I like men. I like a lot of men. Oh, I love penis. Oh.
I remember this kid in middle school. I remember asking him what music he listens to, and he's like, just nightcore. I was like, bro, get the fuck out of my face. What? If you had to choose what would be the biggest dick for you to handle? None. What kind of question is that? I don't want dick. I would choose a non-existent penis to handle. Duracell battery. So like a chode. Like a thick ass, like one of them thickies. Bro, you could put think about how easy a Duracell battery would slide in your butt. Think about that, right? Like a lubed up Duracell battery. It would just go right in. That shit would go in so easy. Like, it could practically fall in. Mr. Peach, try that for us, right? Real quick. Real quick, tell us. Giant the furry fox. Can't get me, bitch. Holy shit. Holy shit, he's getting... Alright, dude. You can't? Why not? You can't get a battery and put it up your butt? Dude, I'll do it right now.
Oh, he got me. Oh. Oh, and I went right in his crotch when he got me.
Do it, bro. You're gay, bro. No bills. No bulls. Hey, yo, bro. No bulls, bro. You're not gonna do it. Mr. Peach, would you rather have your balls stomped on or get sounded? Personally, I want both
At the same time. I want both at the same time. I want to be sounded and get my balls stomped on at the same time. Oh, it's like double penetration. But for my balls.
What does sounded mean? Go on r/sounding. Like, you know what we pull up with the scuties and the photographs? The soundings? You're lying? That's what a sounding is. A sounding is that. That is a sounding.
Oh, what the fuck, a white person! Oh, white people! Oh, white people are fucking me! Oh, shit! Oh, shit, I got fucked by Michael Jackson! But, like, the latter half of his life. Oh, my god! Oh...
Seriously, what is sounding? Look it up. Look it up. Ask Siri. Be like, hey Siri, what is sounding? No? Well, I can't help you. Tell me I can't. I can't. Your reaction would be priceless. You can even go on Urban Dictionary if you so much would like. No images. It would just be magical.
Oh, another cake. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna get eaten again. Oh, I can't handle it. Oh, I'm too agitated already. Oh, shit, I'm not gonna be... If I get eaten, I'm gonna nut. Oh, god damn it. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, we're underwater now. Now we're really in Miss Frizzle.
I burped. How'd it taste? Did it taste good? Can I get you to burp in my mouth?
Well, sometimes I pull cherries out of my butt by the stem after yelling grenade. Sometimes I play this game and my wife pretends I'm a lawnmower. I take a bunch of laxatives and I put in a butt plug so it fills me up with poop. And then she yanks out the butt plug like she's yanking a lawnmower, and it just sprays out all over the place and all over the walls. Oh, it's called the lawnmower game. I get home after a long day and I ask her if she wants to mow some grass.
Can't get me here. You know, speaking of PewDiePie, dude, if I could get... Dude, his wife should hit my line, low-key. His wife should hit my line. That's rude? What's rude? Going free his wife. Bro, he is literally a YouTuber with over 100 million subscribers. I can't go for his wife. I don't have a chance. I don't even have a chance. Going after his after. Bro, you are just fucking up tonight, bro. Are you drunk? Are you drunk? Like, damn, going free his wife is crazy, but going after his after is even crazier. Like, you gotta be off the Tito's fucked up. Going after his after. No, bro, don't blame it on the iPad. That was you. You are the person who put going after his after. You cannot blame the iPad. No, it's not. So the iPad made you put after putting the word after. The touchscreen is so sensitive. It made you put going after his after. That reminds me of that video of that kid who got caught watching porn. And he's like, I was trying to uninstall the virus, and then my pants slipped down, and I was trying to pull the pants back up to try to uninstall the virus. Are you telling us something? I am that kid. I remember last night I told a story about how I got caught rubbing my dong one time. That shit was terrible. So I sympathize with him. I sympathize with that kid. I truly do sympathize with him. Holy shit. Why are the meteors like hitting the ground and like beeping and then detonating? Shit. In a hallway? Yeah, it was something, man. It was something. I just needed to get that freak out. I was on that freak mode.
Have you guys ever tasted your own pee?
Lol. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Did you? No, what the fuck? You would though? Oh no, I remember the story now. You didn't taste your own pee, but who did, bro? Who did, bro? Who tasted your pee? Who tasted your pee, bro? Tell the story. Tell the story, Mr. Peach. Tell the story. Who drank your piss?
Mr. Peach Golden Shower. Oh. Oh, Mr. Peach Golden Shower.
No? Mr. Peach, you gotta tell it, brother. Who drank your urine, Mr. Peach? Tell the world. Tell the world who drank your urine. Tell them. It's like a show and tell at a kindergarten class, but this time you have to tell a story about who drank your pee. I will not. Alright, man. If you say so. If you say that you're not, then alright, man. But just know I know. Just know I know.
Oh, Mr. Peach R. Kelly. Oh. Mr. Peach R. Kelly attack. What the fuck?
You gotta be a freak to get peed on, though. You really do. Like, that's an impressive level of dedication. And what's crazy is how popular it is. Like, some people are lying, bro. Because pee stuff is really popular, bro. Like, I was watching a video, man, don't shame me here, but I was watching this video of, like, a gangbang one time, bro. It was, like, a Halloween one. Because it was, like, near Halloween. It was this, why am I a fucking... Anyway. It was this Halloween thing. And, dude, all of a sudden they started peeing in this girl's mouth. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, what the hell? Like, I didn't sign up for this. You watch the grossest shit in private? I didn't keep watching it. Got me messed up, Mr. Peach. I don't like pee. That's grody. That is truly grody. Yes, you did, bro. Listen, I will be fully transparent and honest about shit that I truly do or truly like. I got no reason to lie. I would just be honest. I've been honest about a lot of shit that I probably shouldn't have been honest about. You know what I mean? I would have no reason to lie about liking pee. I'd just be real with you. I don't, though. I don't like pee, bro. I don't like pee. That's gross. That's definitely gross. I don't have any, like, absurd likings. Like, there's nothing that I like that, like, is traditionally not, like against the grain, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like feet. Like, I don't like pee. Like, I don't like, you know, fucking... I don't like being, like... I don't like my balls stomped on and shit. I mean, I'm not a big fan of that. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something, but I don't really like any of the weird shit because it's like painful and like crazy. What do you like then? I like normal shit. That's what I like. Normal shit. Normal shit like Mimi, facts. Mr. Peach, do you like Mimi? No, why not? If Mimi was a guy, you would like him, Mr. Peach. Probably. I could see Peach enjoying low-key. I gotta pee so bad. All this talk about pissing, bro. I gotta pee, bro. I'll make sure to save it in a cup for Mr. Peach. He'd probably be real excited about that. Get that, though, boy. Welcome to Springy Dingy Dingy. I gotta pee so bad. I'm gonna be right back, bro. It's gonna get wicked in there, bro. I'm gonna start peeing out poop.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Oh, I'm back. Oh, I'm back.
What do I get for dinner tomorrow night? That's a question, bro. We need pizza bread so fucking bad, bro. I've been eating so much pizza bread lately. It's kind of sick. It's kind of wrong how much pizza bread I've been schloobing. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting though, bro. It's gonna be really interesting.
But I want to see what it does for Saturday.
I hope this run is just with there's no morning convection. It's just gone.
It's just like, just kidding. There's no morning convection. Oh.
Yeah. I agree. Today could pan out to be quite the day. Quite the day. Like, I mean, low key, like, call me crazy, but like, that's a little more contaminated for my liking. But like, some of the profiles out here, you like, truly cannot rule out a violent tornado. Punch me in my dick really hard and make me whine if I'm wrong. But I really think some of the profiles out here are outrageous. Some of the 3 cape is ridiculous too. Like the thermos are schnuts. Oh my god, if we can pull something that isn't fucking contaminated, dude, I have to pull 8 miles ahead of the goddamn storm,
But if we get a little more jack.
especially Kansas City. Nah, I think the biggest threat is up in Iowa. Like this is the shit right here. A little farther south, your low level shear is not as never mind. Yeah, this is hold on. I'll try to pull something that's a little less contam. Okay. Come on, bro. I know you can do it. Give me something that isn't ass.
Give me something that isn't ass.
Okay, yeah. This is crazy. This is really nice. These would be pretty photogenic too. Man, what a day, bro. Genuinely, like this is crazy. Like what's nuts is like the amount of 3 cape out here is crazy too. Like, I mean, it's gonna be a stretch fest, dude. These storms are gonna be jelking. Tomorrow could be, one of the biggest days we've had this year. Especially because, like, everything else this year has been a little weird. Like, the biggest days thus far, like, just thinking are, like, the Panama City day, the Winchester day, and then that's kind of like it, all I can think of. Like, Chasing day, the one tornado and the one really pretty tours in Nebraska and Iowa or whatever, but like a real significant tornado day, we've only had like 2. The Ohio day, the moderate, I don't think that really verified though. I don't know. That was a very forgettable day. It's memorable more for its ceiling and that one HRRR run across Indiana.
Oh my god, fill in. Oh my god, I hate waiting. I'm so impatient. Oh god. Oh god, I'm so impatient. Oh fuck. Oh, fuck. I need someone to stomp on my balls with steel toe boots.
What's crazy is Mr. Arizona and Mr. Peach. You guys are the only people that are active. There's 3 other people in here that are lurking low key. Like, I wonder if one of the people that lurks are like an agent, like some agent, some FBI guy, and he hears about the shit that goes on in here, and he's here to monitor. He's trying to figure out what VOR is. It's been linked to multiple terrorist organizations, so he has to figure out what VOR means. There's that morning convection. Let's see what it does this time. There it goes.
It busted. It busted. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, what the hell? Oh. 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 Come on. Oh, why? Oh. I'm slogging it.
There's this place. There was a deli, that was near my home, and I'm tickling my balls a little bit. It kind of feels good when there's a deli near my house. It was really nice, and it's gone now, bro. And it had crazy pizza bread and shit.
Let's see. Let's do a fucking anal thermometer test. I was a freak when I was a kid. My mom would be like, "How do you want me to take your temperature?" And I would always say anally.
It's kind of similar to the last run. I guess at least it's not, well. Have you guys ever taken a suppository? Like medicine anally? They stick it up your butt. No? Bro, you're missing out, bro. Yes, laxative style.
What the fuck? Oh, move out of the way. Fuck. Get out of the way. Get out of my warm sector. What the fuck?
It was the worst experience I ever had. I don't remember, but I had one when I was a little kid. Had to take a suppository up the butt. Don't remember it though. How big was the laxative? Was it painful going in or something? How'd you have to do that? How did that go?
It was 7 inches wide.
It squirted. Oh. Wait, are you saying one of those laxative enemas that you squirt up there with the bulbs that you squeeze and that just shoots the water in your butt? It was like a combustion engine and immediately out.
Oh, the poop. Oh, the poop parade. Oh, it's everywhere. Oh, it's all over the floor. Oh, it's all over. It squirted all over the floor and I'm rolling in it. Oh, it's disgusting, but it feels warm. Oh. I've never felt the touch of a woman before, so the warmth of my poop will do. Oh. Oh.
Bro, how long is this gonna take? Oh, dude, it's gonna be like 20 more minutes, bro. You're so freaky, Kay. That's how you sound like, by the way, bro. You're so freaky, Kay. Kay, you're so freaky. Kay, you're so freaky. Like, you're just so freaky. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I've never seen someone so freaky. Stop, bro. You sound exactly like that.
Can the 4 other people reveal themselves as vomit jelly bellies?
Dude, it's so gross.
I like to get a mouthful of vomit jelly belly. It's my favorite.
Dude, so far, it is pretty consistent. Stop sexualizing my voice. I'm not sexualizing it. That's what you sound like. That's like verbatim.
Move out of the fucking warm sector. Ah, move. Fuck.
And this is lame too.
What the fuck is this? Oh. Fuck. Shit. Where's my growing instability? Fuck.
It could be we could keep that over mixing away. Because, I mean, if it was completely open, we'd be fucked. But. I mean, I worry that it sticks around for too long.
Up my butt, you're gay, but I'll help you. Do you need assistance? They need to make poop jelly bellies and a whole box of them so I can eat them all. I love the taste. It's my fucking favorite. There's absolutely nothing more exquisite than a poop jelly belly.
Homophobic? Bro, come on, bro. Why you gotta do me like that?
This is not the look that I want. What the fuck? This is not the look that I want. God damn it. Fuck. Fuck.
You know that video of that old guy laughing and he's like, yo, 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 yo. Dude, that shit is so funny, bro. It's so dumb. That's not a lot of convection. Well, it's sitting there and like intensifying. And it's sitting there and we're already by 1 p.m. and it's just chilling, you know. It's not moving nearly as fast as you want it, so it's just fucking chilling. And it's not going anywhere. That's the problem. That's the problem. And we're going to continue to destabilize. But that's the fucking problem. Because that just gives the crab vection energy to continue.
Save us, Mexico wildfire.
Dude, it's 520 all over again. It's the exact setup.
We even got the wildfires. Oh my god. This looks significant. I'm gonna take a sounding from fucking New Mexico. Oh my god.
There were wildfires then? There were. and it fucked the visibility that day.
I love penis. I love the mushroom tip, slightly purple color of male genitalia. I like to nibble on it like I'm teething. I love it. It's my favorite. I love it. It's the best thing ever. I loved cock.
This might be better.
Oh, well, shit, dude. You just clicked the wrong fucking thing, man.
This looks better, I think, from the last run, right? I mean, okay, bro, barely. Like, it doesn't really make much of a difference. I'm grasping onto anything here.
Including my dick. Including my dick. I'm playing with it on stream. Oh. Nobody knows. Nobody can see. Oh.
That's crazy, bro.
All my bad bitches on ashwagandha come out and lick my janda.
Dude, that's a crazy statement. Dude, we're loaded out here, though. Look at that. We're actually kind of loaded.
We're actually kind of loaded, dude.
But that would, dude, the morning convection could just eat that up. That's what it's seeing. It looks like that's exactly what it's trying to fucking do, bro. Chill. Chill, morning cock. Because these little fuckers have access to that. But I mean, hey, you know, you could still do something quite interesting with that.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
I always wanted that guy from Home Alone to
Fuck me. Oh, shit. Merry Christmas, you filthy cock. Let me get a sniff of it. Fuck.
They become supercellular. They are, by all indication. That they absolutely are. But they're not moving. It's so fucking annoying, dude. If this didn't exist and, like, we could temper off the bullshit, and it would be so much better.
But they're just fucking playing with themselves. They're just sitting in the warm sector, and they're getting so turned on. They're getting so freaky. Oh my god, they just can't. They're just getting so wet out there.
Like, look at them. They're going supercellular. Dude, this is like 520 all over again, bro. Just like a little less instability. It's like the same fucking thing. I mean, the photographs are like the exact same thing.